Hello, my name is Elina Pelikan. I am an iconographer. An iconographer is somebody who writes or paints icons. Welcome to my scriptorium. A scriptorium is a room that is specifically set aside to work on holy things, like icons. If you're interested in learning more about icons, or maybe would like to make icons on your own, then follow this video series. This video series, we will talk about the different elements of iconography, and I'll give you practical things you can do at home to build skills to become an iconographer yourself. Today, we're going to talk about looking at icons and just beginning to draw them from what we see. This is the perfect way to begin. But first, what is an icon? An icon is an image of Jesus or any of the saints from the Old Testament all the way to the New Testament and the present day. They're images of the Theotokos and of angels and of scenes from the Bible. They can be done in acrylic paint, in egg tempera, or any other painting medium, and sometimes they're even carved. And then we very often print them on paper, like this image of Jesus Christ. They can be of one person, like this, or they can be of a whole scene from the Bible, like this one right here of the Nativity. They can be of one saint with other saints that we like this, the Theotokos with a couple of other saints. Sometimes they're just the head and shoulders, sometimes they're the whole body, like this icon of Elias, or Elijah, the prophet. You'll notice some of them are very old. This is a very old icon, and you can see the cracks in it. This is a Byzantine style icon. It's very stylized. It doesn't look much like a photograph, and that's on purpose. It is meant to be stylized. You can see the lines as well in here. These are what we use mostly in our churches. There's also a more Western style, like this icon of St. Moses the Black. This style is a little bit photorealistic. The lines are smoother, and they're a little bit more waverly, like a photograph would be. It is still a beautiful icon, and still one that we venerate. There's a lot of symbols in icons. You'll notice very often they're holding things. Archangels will hold these orbs to show the authority of God that they carry. Sometimes saints will even hold icons in icons, like this image of St. Porphyrius. If they were a priest or a bishop, very often they will carry with them the gospel. If they were a martyr, they almost always will have in their hands a cross. These icons are for a church in Katy, Texas. It's a Western Rite church, so they've asked me to have them processing towards the altar instead of facing directly out, and to be a little bit brighter and a little bit shorter because different rites have different traditions. These icons are painted with acrylic paints on loose canvas. They're not quite finished, but they're getting pretty close. When they are finished, I will cut them out, wrap them up, and fly them out to Katy, Texas, where I'll apply them to the wall with wallpaper paste, and then put the gold around and do some touch-ups. I'll take you with me so you can see what that looks like. Do you have an icon corner at home? Usually icon corners have Jesus and the Theotokos and all of your patron saints. Maybe you'll have the saint of your church. Maybe you'll have some scenes from the Bible or from great feasts. My icon corner has icons that I've done myself, some glass icons, which we'll talk about later, and a lot of prints of my favorite icons, some of them from iconographers that I know personally. Today we talked about scriptoriums and iconographers and icons. We learned about different styles of icons and different compositions of icons. We learned what icons are made of and what symbols you might find in icons. We talked about our own icon corners. Today I would like to challenge you to work on your own icon. You can go to your icon corner or to your church and bring a piece of paper and a pencil. Any piece of paper will do, and just draw what you see. I'm going to challenge you to draw what you see with your eyes and not what you think you see. Look at all of the lines and how they interact with each other. Pay attention to the eyes and the styles, the things that we talked about. Pay attention to what they're holding and what is around them. The more details you can draw, the better. Now, the icon is not going to look exactly like the icon that you're drawing because that takes a lot of practice. That's something that I'm still working on as well. I would love it if you would draw as many icons as you can, because that is the perfect way to start to learn to become an iconographer. As this series goes on, I'll give you more steps that you can take to learn new skills to move closer to becoming an iconographer. So if you like what you see, join us next time as we continue to learn more about iconography. I would love to take a moment to introduce you to our scriptorium kitty, Quill. Quill lives with me here in the scriptorium, and she is very helpful. She catches flies, She knocks over paintbrushes, and she gets into all sorts of trouble. I'm sure you'll see her in future episodes as we work here in the studio.